Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. For today, I'm going to be doing a first impressions on the brand new RMS Beauty Bronzer. What is this thing even called? I hope it's not some weird long name. You know how these brands like to... It is. It's ReDIMENSION HYDRA Bronzer. Now, as of me filming this video, the bronzer is kind of out, kind of not. And here's what I mean by that. This is not available on the RMS website, but I was able to pick it up through QVC, and I do see that it's currently being sold on Credo. I've never purchased from Credo. I do believe it is a legitimate website. I have purchased from QVC before, and it's available there, so you can pick it up there. I don't know why it's not on RMS yet or wherever else their typical retailers are, Ulta, wherever. But it's not there yet. So you can kind of get it now. So if you were interested in picking it up, I will leave where it is available currently down in the comments below. Now for this video, what I'm going to do is give you guys a couple of product details. I will do a full application on my face. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to swatch it compared to other bronzers in my collection and just kind of wrap up my overarching thoughts for you guys so you can see if this is a bronzer that you are interested in picking up. So like I said, I did pick this up on QVC, and the reason why I chose to purchase it there was, one, I think that was the first place to actually launch the product, but two, it basically came as a buy one get something free deal. So with purchasing the bronzer, you were able to get a bronzing brush for free. This is an RMS brush. It says that this is 60V, and I don't know what the value of this brush is, but getting the free brush I thought was a good idea. Plus, I was able to use, I think, like a new customer discount code to save 10 or 15% off of the QVC purchase. So in total, let me tell you guys what my bill was. So in total, I paid $35.49. That's tax inclusive and shipping inclusive for the brush and the bronzer. Now, without the tax and whatever, it did come up to $29.98. I do believe that this is still available on QVC, so if you are interested in picking it up, you can find it there. If you want to purchase it off of the Credo website, it's $35 just for the bronzer by itself. All right, let's get into some product details and before we dive into the demo. So I'm looking at the details on the Credo website because, like I said, this isn't on the RMS website just yet. So it says that this is suitable for all skin types, glides on effortlessly, infusing skin with multidimensional life as the bouncy light as air gel blends and builds golden sun-kissed color. Bronze, define, and highlight. In one product? Okay. How are you gonna bronze, define, and highlight? I feel like those are three different products, but let's just keep going. The ultimate 2-in-1 complexion enhancer combines the nourishing texture of a cream with the light reflective finish of a luminous powder to enhance the cheeks and face with a golden glow. Featuring a sugar-derived wet powder technology, it provides the bouncy application of a gel with a multifaceted 3D finish, while skin-loving clean ingredients like wild-crafted burity, one of those, and organic jojoba oils nourish and smooth. The mirrored compact is 75% PCR and refillable. Now, this bronzer does come in 4 shades. The lightest one being Fair Bronze and the deepest one being Bikini Beach. So I picked up Bikini Beach because I do think that's the only shade that will work for me. Honestly, just from looking at the 4 shades that are available, I was very skeptical that any of them would work for me. Being very, very transparent, I was skeptical from the jump. So I picked up the deepest one because I thought that that would be the only one that would actually work for me. So it does come in a basic white box as the sort of overarching packaging, which does include the details on the back for the product. And then when you pull it out, it is just white sort of plastic packaging. Now this is refillable, which I think is how their blushes work as well. So once you open it up, this is what the inside looks like. So you have the bronzer in here, you do have a mirror, and it is refillable, so you can push the back of this and it will pop out. And then you have the bronzer by itself. On the back of the bronzer, there are some product details, some additional product details, I should say. So you get 6.5 grams of product or 0.23 ounces. It has a 24-month shelf life, so that's pretty long. And this was made in Italy. Okay, I didn't know that. I don't see anything about this being cruelty-free though, so you might want to do a little bit more digging into that to figure out if it is cruelty-free. All right, let's do a quick swatch here of this shade. Okay, that's one swipe of Bikini Beach. Let's just add a little bit more. That's two. That's two swipes of Bikini Beach. I am a medium deep complexion with a yellow golden undertone. So yeah, here we go. This is what two swipes of the bronzer on my complexion looks like. All right, so let's go ahead and put this on the face, and then I'll come back and give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply this bronzer to this side of the face, and I'm going to be using the free brush that came with the QVC order. It does say that this is an RMS brush, 60B. I don't know what that means. And it does have a little bit of weight to it, so let's see what the pickup is looking like. Okay. I think it needs a little extra effort to get some of the product, so I'm doing my best. I'm swirling. Okay, got a little something there. So let's start here. Okay. And this is the deepest shade, you guys. Just, I want to be very clear. This is the deepest shade in this bronzer. It's a little gray. So you guys can see it on this side of my face. There's nothing on this side. Why is it gray? It's giving contour, not bronze. What is happening? Oh, Jesus, be offense. Is it just me? Let me know. Are you guys seeing gray? And actually, I'm going to turn off one of these ring lights just so that we can see the color. It can't just be me. This is giving gray, right? Okay. Okay, I changed the lighting to make it a little bit more warm, just to see if that does anything. It still looks a little gray to me. Okay, let me go ahead and finish up the rest of my face. I'm gonna change the lighting back, and then I'll come back and talk to you guys at the end. Okay, I'm back and I have you guys pulled in because I want you to see up close and personal what the bronzer looks like. If you are curious, I am wearing the Groovy Garden palette by Ensley Rain on the eyes today. But yeah, this is what the bronzer looks like. Okay, let me zoom you guys out. So this isn't terrible. Let me just start there. But I want to say that I do feel like this bronzer, at least this shade, leads a little bit gray on my complexion. Now, I didn't swatch this or anything before putting it on my face, so I am a little bit surprised. You'll see me swatch it in the intro, but I usually film the intro for my videos after I've already done the look or whatever. So I'm a little bit surprised by how gray this looks on me. And let me know if you guys are seeing that, because to me, this shows up more as a contour than an actual bronzer on my skin tone, which I was in the market for a bronzer, not a contour. Am I obsessed with this? No. Would I recommend that you pick this specific bronzer up? No, I think that there are probably better bronzers out there. Now, the last thing I want to do before I wrap up this video is I want to swatch this compared to a couple other bronzers I have in my collection. I do have a huge bronzer collection, so I kind of want to see how this shade compares to what else I have. Because one thing I do want to flag is that this is the deepest shade. Y'all, the amount of times that you saw me go in with that brush probably isn't the true amount, because I edit out a lot of those things sometimes because it takes too long. But considering how much I had to go to try to build to get some kind of pigment to show up on my face, if you are any deeper than me, the struggle will be real. So, I mean, the shade range isn't there at all. And I've used this once just in today's video, and I will say the packaging is now extremely dirty, and that kind of irritates me just a tiny bit. That's the pettiest comment I'll make on this, but I had to flag it. All right, let's swatch and compare this to a couple other bronzers in my collection. So first up, this is the RMS bronzer. Oh no. And this is the shade Bikini Beach, which is the deepest shade. Next, I want to compare it to the Gucci bronzer. This is the deepest shade of Gucci, which is number 5. This is the bronzing brick from Victoria Beckham. So I'm going to go in with the bronzing side because the other side is the contour. So this is the bronzing side. Let's also compare it to my most recent bronzer purchase, which is the REM blush. And this is not the deepest shade in REM. This is, I think, the second or third to last shade. This is the shade Coconut. Next, we have the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This is number 4. This is the deepest shade in the Charlotte Tilbury line. One of my favorite options, and this is a very affordable bronzer. This is the LYS bronzer in the shade Strength. Again, not the deepest option, so you can still go deeper than this. And probably the closest in formula, this is the Kosas bronzer. This is in the shade Deep. Yeah, and this is not particularly one that I like either, so this is Deep. Okay, so I do have other bronzers in my collection, but I am going to stop here. But I just wanted to show you guys how this bronzer, the RMS bronzer, compares to the other bronzers in my collection. I think even here you can see even more clearly how this one pulls a little bit more gray, a little bit more like a contour compared to these others, which in my opinion lean a lot warmer or even like pretty much more neutral. I don't know why this is showing up so gray. Maybe it is that sort of fine shimmer pearl type of formulation, but compared to all the others that I swatched, this one looks more like a contour in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below if you see that. Okay, so now that you guys have seen my thoughts on it, here's like my final wrap up. Am I in love with this bronzer? No, I don't think that I love the shade on me. What I will say is that I will continue to use it because I spent my money on it and I don't think I can return it. But also I'm somebody that likes to mix my bronzers anyway. I typically will go in with at least 2 bronzers when I'm applying my makeup because something about mixing multiple bronzers I absolutely love. So I think this can work if I mix it with a more red leaning bronzer. For example, the Gucci bronzer does tend to lean a little too red for my preference. So maybe mixing both of those will give me a shade that I actually like. So I will continue to mix and match and apply this with other bronzers. This just will not be a bronzer that I can use on its own. So that's it for me, guys. Let me know down in the comments below, were you interested in picking up this bronzer? What are your thoughts on it? Especially considering that that is the deepest shade. I don't mean to laugh, but it is kind of funny that that is the deepest shade in the line. Leave all of that in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. As always, I appreciate you guys so much more than you know. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.